Yo, what's good, everybody? Next, your Amolytics. Happy Friday. I'll give a quick little recap of Wednesday, and then we'll move forward. We went 3 for 5. Turner and Abrams didn't come through. Turner being surprising going against Missouri. I thought he'd come through there. He was, I think, our number one on that day. Happens. Turner's close to get on that list. I think that's his second time within a week selling there. Abrams went 0 for 2 with 2 walks, I believe. He can't control walks, but I believe he was going against Marquez there. You have that, but it is what it is. Acuna went 1 for 3 with the homer. First at bat against Blackburn. Like to see that. Witt went 1 for 4 with a single against Corbin. And then Yandy went 2 for 5 with 2 singles there against Baltimore. Did not get it against Rogers. Rogers was out of there in 2 2/3, so he got against their bullpen. So either suffices. Next up, I'll give my top 5 for today, and then I'll give my homer. I like Jose Ramirez going against Jeffrey Springs of the Athletics. Springs has been somebody that I've watched and seen him struggle quite a bit. Supporting a 124 WHIP against righties with a 317 weighted OBA. I feel like those numbers don't necessarily put in the context of how he's looked this year. They've had to put some openers in there for him at times as well. I know Cleveland as a whole struggles against lefties, but I like the spot for Ramirez. Over the course of the past 2 weeks, he has a 292 weighted OBA versus left-handed pitching. And but that's not too high. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of lower than I would like it. But I do like the 0% K rate that he has. I feel like if Cleveland's going to get any offense here, it's going to come from him. He bats well, on the road for some reason. So I like this spot, for him to get it going against Springs and for the Cleveland offense as a whole. Next up, I like Machado of Manny Machado of San Diego going against Lorenzen of Kansas City. Lorenzen struggles on the road, quite a bit. I've been attacking him on the road, all year, to be honest. So it's just a rinse and repeat thing here. Machado is batting a 388 weighted OBA with a 15% K rate against right-handed pitching over the course of the past 2 weeks. You got Lorenzen with a 159 whip and a 388 weighted OBA versus right-handed hitters. As I said, I've been attacking him on the road, all year pretty much. And he had a decent game against the White Sox recently. Again, I don't put any weight into pitcher pitching well against the White Sox, in which he gave up 3 base runners there, 2 earned on the road. However, previous to that, you have him at St. Louis on the 3rd of this month. Went 2 2/3, 8 base runners, 7 earned there, and then San Fran, the 20th of May, gave up 8 base runners, 2 earned there. So as I said, I've been attacking him on the road, all year round, and then this is just another spot to do so. I believe San Diego bounces back after, not so good of a series against the Dodgers, in which they got beat 3-1. So this is a bounce back spot for them. And with that being said, I'm going to double up there. I like Arraez to get a hit here as well. He's supporting a 320 weighted OBA and a 0% K rate. And then Lorenzen has a 167 and 359 167 whip and a 359 weighted OBA against left-handed hitters. So I like this spot for Arraez and Machado to come through here against Lorenzen. Moving forward, I like Peña of Houston at the Angels. Going against Kikuchi, a left-handed pitcher here. For some reason, Houston on this year is batting crazy against lefties. They're number one in about every statistical category that you can think of. I like it to continue here. Kikuchi did pitch for Houston last year as well. To note, Peña has a 354 weighted OBA with an 8% K rate, whereas Kikuchi has a 160 whip and a 332 weighted OBA versus right-handed hitters. He has pitched decently. Baltimore just got to him for 9 base runners, 3 earned. Last week, he was on the road. His last couple of home games I'll speak to. The Athletics, he went 7 1/3 there, 2 base runners, 0 earned. The Yankees got to him a bit for 9 base runners, 1 earned there. And then Miami got to him a little bit, 11 base runners, 0 earned there. So he's keeping them runs off the board, but he is allowing base runners, and that's what we're attacking. So I like Peña to get it started here from the leadoff spot. Next up, I like Vlad Guerrero of Toronto, Chicago, the White Sox at Toronto. The White Sox do have an opener coming out here, a righty, but their primary is Tyler Alexander, a lefty. Pitched for Milwaukee early on in this year and got traded, or he might have got released, but I know he was on Milwaukee this year. Not really good at all. Has a 169 whip and a 320 weighted OBA versus right-handed hitters. And then you got Vlad supporting a 443 weighted OBA and 7% K rate against left-handed pitchers. I like the spot. I like him against the right-handed opener as well, but I like him against Alexander. Toronto as a whole is decent against lefties, but Vlad himself is hitting pretty well. On 3-game hitting streak, I believe. 6 hits over the course of those 3 games. So I like this for him, and I like this for Toronto. But yeah, those are my top 5 in order wise. I like Jose Ramirez. I like Manny Machado, Luis Arraez, Peña, and then Vlad Guerrero. That's my top 5. And then home run wise, today I'm gonna attack Zach Gallen. Hasn't been good this year by any means. Has given up 5 home runs over the course of his past 3 starts. Homer in every single game this month so far. Last time he faced Colorado, he gave up 10 base runners, 6 earned and 4 home runs, in which Moniak did not homer off him that game. I will say that he wasn't one of those ones that homered off him. But I will speak to his June stats. He has a 926 slug currently. And then the sample size is smaller because he only gets at bats versus righties. He only has like maybe 28 at bats. Yeah, 28 at bats against lefties on the year. So he's only seeing righties, and Gallen being a righty, he's going to be in this game. His slug is crazy right now. I believe there's a lot of runs scored in this game. That currently they had the over-under at, I want to say maybe 12 or 12 and a half. That's a crazy high number to have. Both teams are in travel spots here. Colorado's already hitter-friendly, if you heard me talk about that too. So I like both Gallen and I want to say, who is it for the Gomber for the Colorado. Both of them to get hit up. And yeah, that's where I'm at with that game. I think Moniak can get to Gallen here. But those are my top 5, and then that's my home run. If you want to be notified when I post, please subscribe and turn on your notifications. Like, comment, share. I hope you guys have a great day. Let's get this sweep.